What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys the Week 4 team builder for the NCL, taking on Magic into Snowpoint City Blizzard. Magic's team consists of Eternal Floette, Mamoswine, Decidueye, Lycanroc Dusk, Eelektross, Servine, Mega Slowbro, Hydreigon, Meloetta, Ariados, and Heatran. No surprise on the Meloetta, of course. Priority options include Mamoswine with Ice Shard, Decidueye with Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch, Lycanroc Dusk with a Celerock and Sucker Punch, Meloetta with Quick Attack, and Ariados with Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak. Hazard options include Mamoswine with rocks, Lycanroc Dusk with rocks, Ariados with Sticky Web, and Heatran with rocks. Removal options are Decidueye with Defog, Hydreigon with Defog, and Servine with Defog. 4x weaknesses in Heatran to Ground and Hydreigon to Fairy. What I'm expecting is Eternal Floette, Mamoswine, Lycanroc Dusk, Mega Slowbro, and Meloetta. In my mind, that's what I'm expecting. Hydreigon is up there for sure. I think I said Eelektross. Ariados is definitely a possibility. I don't really see Heatran coming, if I'm being honest. I don't think Heatran makes a ton of sense against my team to bring. It just, it can't beat Megalodios at all, and that's going to be a big portion of his team is beating Megalodios because it has a good matchup against him. So I'm instead bringing a Toxic Stalling set with Toxic, Psyshock, Roost, and Dragon Pulse. I can't hit the Heatran, so if he brings the Heatran, even though he can't beat me, I have the recovery, and so I can Psyshock him to death or Dragon Pulse him to death based on his investment. Mamoswine's a problem for Latias, so is Floette, so is Hydreigon. I think all three of those come. Meloetta can be a problem, and I can't bring a subset because he's got a Hyper Voice user. Wow, who would have thought that that's a theme this season? Yeah, I'm physically defensive with Toxic, Psyshock, Roost, and Dragon Pulse. So, that's pretty much all there is to it with Megalodios. I Toxic the Slowbro, and I wear it down. That's, like, the main thing. His Cleric is like Meloetta, and I think that's it. I don't know if Servine gets Aromatherapy or not, but Toxic looks really strong against his team. Actually, Floette is a Cleric too, but Toxic stalling the Slowbro down is very important. Harvey, I'm bringing a Sash Tornadus-Therian with Grass Knot for the Mamoswine. Air Slash Defog Taunt, so I can taunt the Slowbro from setting everything up. This is a solid lead if he brings Ariados because I just destroy it 1v1 with Sash and Taunt. It doesn't stand a chance. I've got Defog there in case he gets his own rocks up because I don't want to deal with that, and if he ever does get webs up, then I need to defog them away. That was Phil's downfall in the first game, and I don't want to deal with that crap. Air Slash is obviously just good stab. It hits everything decently well outside of the Heatran, and I have Grass Knot for the Lycanroc if I have to go for that. Sash lets me... If he doesn't have rocks up, then Sash puts me in a really good spot, as long as I'm at full HP, to revenge kill something, or just be able to check something kind of well, especially against the Eternal Floette. With the Sash, that's like really big because he's going to take a shitload of recoil, and I'll have Sash to keep me alive. So, yep. Enough speed on here for Lycanroc Dusk. Max HP and then the rest in special attack. I don't need a ton of investment. Flat Grass Knot is doing a ton to the Mamoswine, and so obviously I'll live the Ice Shard with my Sash and then Grass Knot and kill it. Pangoro will bring Bamboozled for the first time this season with Choice Band, Crunch, Bullet Punch, Parting Shot, and Drain Punch. I can probably predict the Floette coming in, but I'd rather Parting Shot out and go into something else to deal with it than risk Gunk Shot missing, especially with the Heatran on the team. I don't really want to deal with Gunk Shot at all with that. Crunch is really good stab to be able to break through the Mega Slowbro. 2 shots, physically defensive Mega Slowbro, of course. Bullet Punch is there as a revenge killing tool for the Lycanroc Dusk and the Floette. Lycanroc Dusk doesn't have good priority options to beat Pangoro, like a Celerock and Sucker Punch. I resist both, and then Bullet Punch is doing a shitload. Like I said, Parting Shot's just there for the pivot, although Parting Shot could be very useful against something like Meloetta coming in on me. I don't know why Meloetta would ever come in on me. In fact, I can't really stay in on Meloetta unless it's in range of Bullet Punch because Dazzling Gleam is going to blow me back, and then I've got Drain Punch there for good recovery. I can Drain Punch on like the Hydra, the Mamoswine, and the Heatran. His Drain Punch resists are like Decidueye, which doesn't really want to switch into a Crunch, Mega Slowbro, which again doesn't want to switch into a Crunch, and Floette, which... I'd love Chip on Floette, honestly. I would just love Chip on Floette because then it's killing itself faster. So I don't think he would let himself do that because I think Specs Floette looks pretty decent against my team. So that's what's going on there. Unless he's predicting Bronzong to come for the Floette, which is an option I didn't even consider, if I'm being honest with you. There you go. Enough speed on the Pangoro to outrun no speed Mamoswine, so I will always outspeed no speed Mamoswine. I was trying to get enough speed to outspeed no speed Meloetta, but it's too high. In fact, if I run Adamant max speed, Meloetta is 1 speed point faster running 0 speed IVs, so not worth my time trying to run Jolly when I can run Adamant and do a crap load more damage. So yeah, that's the idea there. And then I'm running a little bit of Spadef, just in case I can live a hit from something. I don't know. I'm definitely not living a Floette hit, but I might live like a Fire Blast or a Draco or something from the Hydra maybe, or deal with the Heatran. Tentacruel, this is my Floette check. Specially defensive Tentacruel eats Light of Ruin for days, and then Sludge Bomb deals with it. Anything that doesn't want to take a Sludge Bomb is named Heatran, and I've got Scald for that. Haze is there for the Slowbro. If I'm in a do or die situation against the Slowbro or the Meloetta, I have Haze to stop them from setting up. Same with Decidueye. And then I've got Toxic there to be able to Toxic stall a lot of his team, because Heatran's the only thing immune to Toxic outside of Ariados, and Ariados doesn't really want a 1v1 Tentacruel either. Again, fully specially defensive. This eats Light Ruins. That's the whole idea with it. I totally forgot that Bronzong could do that as well, but I was really scared of... This is kind of a blanket check to the Hydra and the Heatran as well, which Bronzong is not. So that's that. Diancie, I'm bringing Berry Diancie for random steel coverage, and also I can 1v1 the Heatran with the set. Earth Power, Stealth Rocks, Moonblast, and Diamond Storm. So Diamond Storm blows through Ariados, and it gives me clutch defense boosts against things like Mamoswine to live. I live a Flash Cannon from Hydreigon. I live an Iron Head from Lycanroc Dusk. I live a Flash Cannon from Modest Heatran. I don't live a Z Flash Cannon ever, but I live a Flash Cannon from Modest Heatran. And this Earth Power investment, I believe, lets me kill it after Rock's Chip. Moonblast is really solid against the Hydra. Again, this is a really decent Hydra check, or as a revenge kill to the Hydra, it's pretty decent as well. And I can do a lot of damage to the Slowbro with Diancie as well. And the Lycanroc Dusk, which I would love to Diamond Storm and get a defense boost on. Same with the Floette. I am, obviously I'm really slow, but I can 1v1 the Electros pretty easily as well. So if that comes, then it doesn't really stand a chance against my Diancie. Last but not least, I'm bringing Scarf Diggersby, which is a pretty good cleaner late game. It's basically got all the coverage that it needs with U-Turn, Return, Earthquake, and Knockoff. I'm not outspeeding some key Scarfers on his team like Hydra, and I didn't really think Quick Attack was worthwhile for me to bring against Hydra when I have better answers to that in Tentacruel and Diancie anyways, so that's kind of just my idea there. Mamoswine, you'll notice that tears this team apart absolutely and completely, so I kind of have to deal with that early with the Torn if I want to stand a chance against the Mamoswine even slightly. Pangor should be able to eat a hit and get a Drain Punch off, but that depends if he's running speed or not. My prediction is that he's going to run enough speed for Diggersby, but he also may run no speed because Ice Shard will be enough for that, and then he won't need speed for anything lower than it really. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with the Mamoswine there. Earthquake bodies the Heatran, and Earthquake's just really good stab, except for the fact that he's got double Levitators and 2 grass types. I actually don't really, now that I'm looking at it, why did he ever get Starbind on this team when he has Decidueye? That makes no sense. That probably just tells you that he's not bringing Decidueye to a lot of matches, which is super weird. Yeah, max attack, and then a lot of speed investment. This speed investment is for Scarf Heatran. Yeah, so I'm 1 point faster than Heatran naturally, and so I can outspeed the Heatran just running max speed. And then max attack and tiny bit of bulk. So in terms of what I didn't bring, Conkeldurr looked decent actually as a Mach Punch Revenger for the Mamoswine and the Hydra and the Lycanroc. In fact, Conkeldurr looked really good against that, but he's got double Psychic and Internal Floette, which really threatens my Conkeldurr. And I can't eat as many hits as I would like against the team, so we're not going with Conkeldurr. Whimsicott's, I mean, it's entirely shut down by the Heatran. It was nice to bring like a Subseed set against that team actually. Whimsicott would have been fairly decent against this squad. Ariados is a little bit threatening on that side as well. And again, Hyper Voice users, just I can't bring sub against Hyper Voice users. Bronzong, like I said, it doesn't function as a blanket check to the special threats that I want it to. And it doesn't really function as a physical check either. It could switch into Mamoswine really decently. And I'm a little bit worried about Mamoswine still. Mamoswine might just run me through. It could switch into Lycanroc, but then I felt like I had run to Colbur Berry, and Meloetta kind of just sets up on it for free, so no Bronzong this week. Rotom Frost doesn't have a good matchup here at all. The only thing it does well against is like Mega Slowbro if I bring like a spec set with electric moves, and then Mamoswine shuts it down, and Thick Fat Mamoswine still shuts it down, so what's the point? And then Entei is the last thing I didn't bring. I was very much considering Entei, but Mega Slowbro is just to switch into it every single time, and that was kind of the only reasoning I had, honestly, because Entei actually kind of could have done well with like an Assault Vest set. Could have stalled a lot of things out. What I really wanted to bring was a Lava Plume set, but Heatran just completely walled the set that I wanted to bring. So yeah, that is the team builder, and I will catch you guys for the match.